A message just came in from the self-defense forces. The enemy has attacked the base at the foot of Mount Fuji. If that base is wiped out, the damage to us will be immeasurable. Send Godzilla right over there. The attacking monster is... Godzilla!
Godzilla? But that's impossible. Don't we have Godzilla here?
In any case, the monster is in Area 1B. Rush over there.
So on this stage, we are apparently moving from the city side of Osaka to the countryside of Mount Fuji, and a beautiful countryside at that. Or at least that's what I read anyway. Well, just like Osaka, we had the same kind of area set up with Area 12A and 12B. But unlike Osaka, there is apparently another Godzilla running around. I'm not sure how that works when there seems to be only one Godzilla in the world, but hey, another Godzilla. We are totally going to check this thing out. Hi guys, I am Syrachime, and I welcome you back to another episode of my Super Godzilla Let's Play. In the last episode, we went to Osaka where we battled the three-headed bird dragon beast thing that was King Ghidorah, and apparently in this stage there is a Godzilla running around somewhere around Mount Fuji, and we are totally going to see that. But first we should probably find out where this thing actually is, or run into the new mechanic of this game. Well anyway, this is the new mechanic of this game, and a rather annoying one at that. I will cover that in a minute, but first...
Somehow the enemy doesn't seem to be just the monsters.
Obviously, you didn't see the aliens last episode? Oh well.
Attack with the fire breath attack.
So yes, introduced in this stage is the new mechanic of this game. We have these tiny UFOs that we can run into, and they are random encounters. Now, the encounters are rather annoying. While it might seem creative right now, they're annoying because when you run into the UFOs, you literally just move forward, punch them, and destroy them with a fire breath attack, and that is the end of the foe. Like I said, it's a creative thing right now, but it is incredibly repetitive and will become very annoying over time. Now, there is a way you can actually prevent these tiny UFOs from popping up, but we'll cover that in a little bit. First,
the enemy monster is in Area 2A.
So apparently the monster is above us now instead of beside us, and you might be wondering, why on earth do I just not go up and find the foe above us? Well, the reason is, just like Osaka, there are some things that you can destroy in addition to some things you cannot destroy. The triangular mountains that I just ran into right now, you can destroy those if you want to, but you cannot do anything to these square mountains, and I am not sure why that is. Again, Taniguchi claims that the control waves don't want to reach any further. I have my other suspicions, like they might be national parks or hideouts for people or something, I don't know. But yes, you cannot destroy squares, but you can destroy triangles. Again, I'm not sure why that is, but there you go. We will have to take the long way around if we actually want to go find this Godzilla, but I am not going to do that just yet, because if I'm going to go battle another Godzilla, I am totally getting items and preparing for this fight, or battling obnoxious UFOs that keep popping up every 10 seconds. These things really will become annoying over time, and if they become too much of a nuisance, I may cut them out of the video. For now, I'll go ahead and show them so you guys can suffer with me. Since we destroy this UFO here, I will continue my trek of catching items or acquiring items for battle. If we go down here, we get apparently an energy capsule, so we'll restore a little bit of health. I guess that's helpful. I'd prefer items, but I will take that. Well, anyway, we're going to move around here, move to Area 2A, taking the long way to do it. Programmers were jerks about that, but I will not hold it against them this time. I should, but I won't. Anyway, moving on. We'll go up here. Once we move up to 2B, we go to this yellow tile, we pick up a green orb. That is helpful no matter what foe you are fighting. Now, we move over to Area 2A, and we should see something, but there is nothing. Huh. And to add on top of it, we get an annoying UFO encounter. You worthless thing. Die, you UFO scum, die. You're more annoying than those aliens from Men in Black and Signs. Of course, the ones from Signs, all you need to take care of them was just a cup of water and a pantry door to keep them out. But we're not talking about those annoying aliens. We are talking about these, which seem to be just as smart. Here, take a tiny UFO against a giant monster. Alright, well anyway, as I was saying, there is nothing here, and that's a little troublesome. We have been cheated and lied to, but why? The enemy monster warped. Now he's in Area 1A. Well, isn't that just jerkish? So apparently this monster has the ability to warp all over the place. Well, the reason he is warping is because the UFOs do not want you actually getting to their monster. So to actually battle the monster at all, to battle this Godzilla anyway, you're going to have to destroy the mothership, and that is also the way that you take care of the tiny UFOs. The mothership will be in a location on your map. It will be the orange tile. As soon as we clear this, him telling us that the monster is warping and moving to Area 1A. The mothership will actually be the orange bullseye target that you see on your map. I'm heading towards it right now. And what you want to do is you just want to move over there. Oh, I swear I'm going to kill these annoying UFOs. You guys are totally going to suffer with me as I destroy these things and laugh maniacally as they do. Alright, I won't laugh maniacally yet. I'll wait till they actually fall and then I will do it. I can see Godzilla going, "You alien scum, you are going to die." And then I will watch from my vantage point of wherever I am watching Godzilla, and I will go, "Ha ha 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 ha," as they die. Okay, now that that is done and I'm done laughing maniacally, we're going to move down here to this orange target thing. Now I could say while I'm doing that, the main difference between the motherships and the tiny UFOs, obviously, besides the fact that the mothership is supposed to be bigger and is, the mothership is smarter, has more HP, and is, like I said, smarter. Now these things will take about 2 to 3 fire breath attacks to actually destroy, depending on what you actually do during the stage. Sometimes they might be too high for you to punch or too low. If they're too low, the strategy I would recommend is just keep running into them and being jerks to them because they're being jerks to you. However, if they are high like this, there is nothing you could actually do to bring them down, or at least, there is some you could do to bring them down. But do not go underneath them or you will get shocked by a lightning bolt. So yes, when they're up in the air, stay away from them. To bring them down, just pull Godzilla back, wait till they come down. They'll quit being jerks eventually. And once they are down, push Godzilla forward. And like I said, if they're being jerks and you can't punch them, just start running into them. Even if they aren't being jerks, it's still fun to run into them, though you will take damage, so be careful of that. Alright, so Godzilla, is going to nibble and blow his atomic fire breath. And that will go straight through that mothership. And it will fall. Goodbye, Larry's minions. I feel sorry for you guys pledging your allegiance to such a weird leader that looks like Larry from the Three Stooges. Well, anyway, now that we've actually destroyed the mothership, Taniguchi here says, "The enemy shouldn't be able to warp now. Let's take him out now." So just like that, he tells us what we need to do, but not where to go to actually do that. Well, as he said, the enemy can no longer warp now, thanks to you taking out the mothership. And in addition to that, all the tiny UFOs for this stage are completely gone. So we don't have to worry about those or the monster warping anymore. Life is fantastic. So we're going to move along here. Like I said, I am not going to battle another Godzilla. If we have no items to go with, I want good items. And there is probably one of the best ones you can get in addition to my favorite red orb. It will restore our health entirely. I've already described that in battle, so I'm not going to do it again. So we're going to go down here and I guess contaminate the environment. I don't want to contaminate Mount Fuji, but we will do it because we got to do what we've got to do, and what we got to do this time includes restoring our health. So once we do this and get our health up... Wow, didn't even give me 100 points of energy? Way to be cheap on the nuclear silos things. Oh well, apparently they must be cheap if they're putting nuclear silos out in the countryside. Of course, then again, that would be a... I don't know. Moving on. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I didn't say. Now, you might have saw when I was down there that there was actually a yellow tile that I did not go towards, and the reason for that is because I am 100% certain, or at least 99.9% certain, that every area has at least one warp tile, or excuse me, one information tile that will tell you where the monster is. So that's their way of telling you that the monster's all over the place. And here we got Taniguchi saying, "The enemy can't warp anymore. He's in Area 2A. Let's hit him quick." So yes, every area has a particular information tile that tells you where the monster is. That's why I did not go for that. And if you happen to get lost and not know where the monster is, you can just go to those tiles and they will tell you where he is. And now that since we've done this right, there is the Godzilla that we were looking for. And I guess I could say I've never actually seen this Godzilla pop up anywhere else. Except Area 2A. I've played this game through hundreds of times and he's never popped up anywhere else besides 2A. Well, anyway, we'll get this energy capsule and restore your health a little bit. Now, in this area, I would highly recommend that you do a couple of things before actually battling the foe. Out here in the middle of the stage, these tanks and missile launchers will pop up. I would highly recommend that you destroy these things, because it would be a shame to actually lead the battle, and these things are bombarding you and taking down your health, so I highly recommend that you destroy these things before you actually battle the Godzilla popping up. Now, trust me when I say this battle coming up is actually going to be incredibly hard. Well, it can be hard if you've never done it before. I once got stuck on this thing for a year just trying to figure out how to defeat it. Yes, I was only 5 or 8. I was probably 8 or 10 years old. I didn't know how to do it. Anyway, yes, this fight can be really hard if you don't know what you're doing. So take out those tanks like I just did. Not too many. Once you do, if you should happen to lead the fight, you can go just collect your items, get your energy restore points, and you won't have to worry about tanks being nuisances and killing you, which is the worst thing. I've had that happen to me so many times as a kid. Alright, so once we are at full health, I've got my items. I wish I had some better ones, but I will take what I've got. We're going to go to this pink dot of pinkliness and see this other Godzilla. Can it really be true? The screen clears and, like, gasp! It is another Godzilla!
A battle between Godzilla and Godzilla?
You took the words out of my mouth, dude. How on earth can there be two Godzillas? Like I said, there's not a breeding population of these things. Of course, at the same time, every time one dies, another one mysteriously pops up. Oh, well, I don't know whether there is a breeding population or Japan just has bad karma like that. But anyway, we are going to battle this thing and destroy it, and... Seriously? It's only got 200 energy? What's the catch with this? King Ghidorah had more HP than this. Oh, well, it's a foe, so we're going to treat it like a normal foe, even though it has 200 energy. So I'm going to get my fighting spirit up and destroy this thing with a hyper fire breath attack. You dog, maybe he's worse than I thought. Alright, now that my fighting spirit is up, I am going to finish this with a mighty punch of death. Wow, that was easy. Well, game over, right? But wait. The gasp!
Oh, that's Mecha-Godzilla. The enemy was really Mecha-Godzilla.
Weak fire breath attacks will just bounce back at you because of Mecha-Godzilla's strong barrier.
So, surprise, surprise. Apparently there wasn't another Godzilla like I thought there was. It was Mecha-Godzilla in disguise. Well, that is totally cheap and annoying and totally deceitful. I am mad at that. So yes, this is the enemy of this stage. This is Mecha-Godzilla. And I consider this to be the hardest enemy to actually get around because he is the most offensive enemy of anyone you will face. He is hyper-offensive and very annoying, and he will hit you with a barrage of attacks. Mecha-Godzilla has the ability to hit you with one of 3 different types of attacks. You've seen one already. He has his finger missiles in addition to his eye lasers, and he has access to a defensive attack, that being a stomach missile if you happen to throw your fire breath attack at him. I'll show that right now if I can. So if you use your classic fire breath attack, this is what ends up happening. In true canon fashion, we will see Godzilla nibble and blow his fire breath, assuming Mecha-Godzilla is just going to sit there and take it like a monster. No, he is one. Mecha-Godzilla will actually throw up his shield, and the fire breath attack will just bounce off of that, not go through, and after that, he will shoot his stomach missile of death. And typically after this is actually done, Mecha-Godzilla's energy will actually spike, and he will follow up with another attack. So just like that, we've been attacked twice instead of once, and you can see the very hyper-offensive nature of this monster. And there is even worse news for you guys if you're trying to defeat this thing. If you're actually all the way back at the screen and you try to get close to Mecha-Godzilla, it is incredibly hard to get close because this thing, like I said, is hyper-offensive. He's very sensitive to your fighting spirit rising, and he will just bombard you with annoying attacks. He is, you know what, I got a new term for this. This guy's so offensive, he's obnoxiously offensive. I am totally claiming that. Well, anyway, now there is a way you can get around to doing this. What I would recommend personally is when you actually get close to the foe, stay in close and just hit him with a barrage of body strikes and tail attacks, things like that. When you're actually in close and you just keep punching him and attacking him, then you can actually weaken the foe down quite a bit. Kind of approaching carefully if you're too far back, but like I said, stay close, punch him when you get really close, and just keep hitting him, with a variety of tail attacks, head strikes or body strikes, and you should be able to get the foe down relatively shortly. You can see how effective this strategy actually is. Do not use your classic fire breath attack, because that will just bounce back at you and be very bad for you. So yeah, this is what I'd recommend if you actually did this, but I'm actually not going to keep doing this because I'm a bit more gutsy than that. Well, either that or a glutton for punishment. Yeah, let's go with that. I am totally a glutton for punishment. I'm going to try to show you a little workaround with this fire breath attack. We'll probably not be able to do it right now. Alright, so there is a workaround to the fire breath attack. As they said, you will not be able to use your classic fire breath attack to attack this thing. However, if you do use your hyper fire breath attack like I'm doing right now, this attack is so powerful that it will actually go through Mecha-Godzilla's shield, and it will actually strike him. So you can see it go straight through his shield, and it will hit him and attack him like he was made from China. Okay, I'm sorry, that's funny. I can just picture this thing being made from China, this and all the UFOs and everything. I can picture Larry coming to Earth saying,
We need to build up an armada, and he's saying, how can we do this? Rather quickly and cost effectively.
and then some minion in the back going, you know what we should do? We should go to China, we should purchase their cheap products, and we could take over Earth ironically with their own materials. Oh, I could so totally see that happening. And the way Mecha-Godzilla is falling to a classic, or excuse me, hyper fire breath attack, I could see how that would work. Well, anyway, I guess I could say while I'm doing this rather long and painful process of trying to destroy this monster, in the Japanese version of this game, this Mecha-Godzilla did not actually exist. The Godzilla in that game was actually Mecha-Godzilla 2 from Godzilla vs. Mecha-Godzilla 2. Now the main difference between them, they had the same kind of HP point, the same kind of offensive style, but the main differences was that the Mecha-Godzilla had a different design, and in addition to its eye laser attack, which was the same as this one, it had access to an atomic fire breath, and if you used your fire breath attack on it, the attack would actually reflect back against you in the form of a plasma grenade. So yeah, those are the main differences between those two attacks right there. Now that we've got this thing low in health, I'm going to try and do my gutsy / glutton for punishment thing of trying to build up my fighting spirit. But first, one more attack just to ensure that a hyper fire breath attack will kill it. So we'll go ahead and hit this thing with our mighty tail of death, which is not that effective. Yeah, it's effective enough. It's still effective as strategy if you can do it. Alright, now that we've done that, it's time to be our glutton for punishment. We will heal a little bit, and heal a little bit more, and then after we are at pretty good health, I'm going to go ahead and use my invincibility thing, and it's time to build up my fighting spirit. This can actually be a little bit hard because he is going to keep hitting us back from whence we came if we get our fighting spirit too high. I will defeat the... You jerk! You are a jerk! You are the biggest jerk that I have ever faced. Not really, but I'm going to say you are because you seem like it. Oh no! No! Oh, you dog! Well, I just wasted that. I thought I could get my fighting spirit up. I just totally wasted my invincibility thing, and that brings me to another point I probably could talk about. Kind of want to use your invincibility quickly, because the more you get rammed, I think I said that in the last episode, the greater your chances of actually being... Yeah. Anyway, if we can do it... No! You dog! You are more annoying than the guy that invented homework. And trust me when I say that guy is annoying. I went to college for 5 years on top of 12 years of public school. The guy that invented homework is annoying. Alright, you know what? Just for that, I am going to totally... You dog, you are... Oh, I am totally going to destroy you like the cheap thing from China that you are. Oh, and I am going to make Larry regret his decision to do that. Alright, I should just quit playing around, but I'll go ahead and recover all the way. Alright, like I said, I should just quit playing around, but I think I've done this before, and I'm going to do it now if I can do it. Alright, come on, classic fire breath attack. Way to be classically annoying Mecha-Godzilla. Alright, and there he goes being obnoxiously offensive. Obnoxious offense at its worst. Alright, just keep hitting me, you know. This is... you dog. You could tell I am definitely a glutton for punishment, because I'm trying to end this node on a fiery bang, and I'm not doing very well at it. Your energy did not even get up to max. You're worse than the guy that invented homework. Well, I'm going through this because I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm wanting to end this thing on a bang. Oh, I will do it. Don't think I won't. You have not seen the last of my hyper fire breath attack. Take this, and can I do it? I will probably not be able to. No! You dog! I can just picture people in the comments going,
Quit playing around and hit the thing with whatever you can hit it with.
Oh, if it gets to a point where I have to do that, I will do that, but I am confident that I can do this. I don't know how confident, but... Your energy was obnoxiously offensive at its worst. Oh, this is going badly for me. Okay, well, I'm down to 274. I was at 600. I should have saved it for now. Pause yourself. Slowly move forward. Build it up and quickly. Take that and come on, just... Oh, there it is. Hyper fire breath attack. Alright, Godzilla, glow like an atomic bomb and release your fire breath of atomic proportions. It will go through that cheap shield that was made from China. Mecha-Godzilla can try to resist, but it will go through and destroy that thing like the cheap thing made from China that it is. And once it reaches 0 health, it becomes the 4th of July in Japan. What a beautiful sight, Mecha-Godzilla dying to a hyper fire breath attack. Well, anyway, now that that's over, Godzilla will tauntingly fire at us. I'm convinced he's trying to destroy us now because Mecha-Godzilla is gone. I'm scared to see how this is, but there's my health score, not that good. My time score was not that good either. Destroyed a few things, but I love having fun, and there's the bonuses to receive. Oh, bad score. We went down. Well, I typically go down on this stage. Wouldn't a glutton for punishment be better, but oh well, there you go. So, there we go. I received a score of 12,400 so far. Not enough to get another credit, but that's okay.
You seem to have fixed it somehow. There's a signal from the professor.
So apparently that entire fight we were trying to fix an analog TV antenna so we could see the professor. Well, that's the only explanation I could think of, considering this game's in the 90s and we're battling a machine that was probably made from China. Anyway, what we got going on here? Now that we've fixed our TV antenna, what does the professor have to say?
Actually, I have found a clear difference between King Ghidorah's cells and those of the other monsters.
Well, obviously. I mean, the thing's a living being. The only other monster we've seen so far has been a mecha monster, a metal monster. Yeah, I could totally see how the cells would be different from those two. Oh well, moving on.
The difference is...
What's the difference? What is it? What's the difference?
What?
Ah, stupid TV antenna.